In this lesson, I'm going to demonstrate how to write data to a text file. So the first thing we need to do is we need to include the right library, and that's the fstream library for file stream. So we'll add that to our preprocessor directives. Once there, we're ready to get started. First thing we're going to do is create an output file, which is of type ofstream, and we're going to call it outFile, and we're going to place it inside a directory called data, and then we're going to call this file grades.txt. Notice I use 2 backslashes to make sure that we don't accidentally use a escape character sequence like \t or \n. So you should always use 2 backslashes when you're trying to specify a file path. From there, we're going to create a variable to store our grade. And then we're going to have a prompt. Get the grade from the user. And then while grade is greater than -1, then we're going to write the file out. So here's the next step. So let's take a moment to look at that. We created the file with the ofstream outFile statement. To write a piece of data to the file, we use the output operator, and we simply redirect it from, say, cout to our file, which makes it very easy to remember how to do that. We're simply directing our output to a file rather than to the console or the standard output device. Then we're going to just steal these lines right here to enter another grade. Like that. Let's get that there. And that's our whole loop. And then when we're finished, all we need to do is close things out by closing the file. And with that, we've completed the task. So let's run the program, make sure it compiles. So let's enter a few grades. 70, 80, 90, 100, -1, and boom, it stops. So that should be the grades. We're going to verify that by opening up a command prompt window. Go to data. And there's our grades. So let's review the process we went through to do that. First thing we did was we included the fstream library. That gives us our ofstream object. Then we create the file that we want to write to with an ofstream object and a path to the file, or just a name really. Then some processing. When we're ready to output, or when we're ready to write a piece of data to the file, we use the output operator with the file object, or the file handle is another name for it, the recipient of the data, and then when we're finished, we close the file. And that's all we have to do to create a sequential text file. And with that, we've wrapped up this lesson.